Right now, as you read these words, your body is losing collagen. Not dramatically, not painfully. 1% per year, every year since you were 25. By 65, you have lost roughly 40% of the structural protein that keeps your skin from collapsing inward. By 80, your skin will be 20% thinner than it was at 20. That is not a cosmetic problem. That is a biological engineering failure happening in slow motion. But here is what makes this particularly frustrating. Most people over 65 who care about their skin are doing something about it. They are using creams, taking supplements, staying hydrated, and still their skin continues to thin, wrinkle, and lose elasticity. Not because they are not trying, because they are missing the mechanism. Collagen production is not a single reaction. It is a factory. And like any factory, it requires 3 completely different categories of input running simultaneously. Not 1, not 2, all 3. Tonight, I am going to show you exactly what those 3 inputs are and the specific foods that deliver them based on the biochemistry of how your skin actually rebuilds itself while you sleep. Before I give you the 3 foods, let me show you the inside of the collagen factory. Because once you understand this mechanism, the rest becomes obvious. Inside every living skin cell, there are specialized cells called fibroblasts. Fibroblasts are the construction workers of your skin. Their job is to produce collagen, the rope-like protein fiber that gives skin its structure, thickness, and the ability to spring back after being stretched. Fibroblasts are most active between 11 at night and 3 in the morning, during your deepest phases of sleep. But here is the critical detail. To produce functional collagen that can actually hold your skin together, the fibroblast needs 3 things delivered to it simultaneously. It needs an ignition, a spark to activate the assembly enzymes. It needs raw material, the amino acid building blocks that become the collagen fiber, and it needs a molecular lock, the enzyme that welds the fibers into structural ropes. Remove any one of these 3 inputs, the factory keeps running. It assembles partial structures. But the collagen never fully forms. It collapses before it can be secreted. And your skin continues to thin even when you think you are doing everything right. These 3 foods each deliver one of these inputs. Together eaten in the evening, while your fibroblasts prepare for their busiest shift, they activate the complete collagen production cascade. Here is food 1. Food 1. Kiwi, the ignition. Inside your fibroblasts, 2 specific enzymes do the most critical work in collagen assembly. Their names are Prolyl hydroxylase and Lysyl hydroxylase. These enzymes take the raw procollagen chain your cell has assembled and modify it, adding chemical groups to specific amino acid residues, so that the chain can fold into the triple helix configuration that gives collagen its strength. Without this modification step, the procollagen chain is built, but it cannot fold. It stays unraveled. It gets flagged as defective, and your cell destroys it before it ever reaches your skin. The problem: both Prolyl hydroxylase and Lysyl hydroxylase are absolutely dependent on one cofactor to function. Remove that cofactor and both enzymes shut off. Every single one. That cofactor is vitamin C. Not vitamin C cream, not vitamin C serum applied to your face. Dietary vitamin C absorbed through your gut, transported to your skin via specialized transporters called SVCT1 and SVCT2, and delivered to the fibroblast exactly when it needs to activate these enzymes. In 2025, researchers at the University of Otago, New Zealand, published a study in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology. 24 participants consumed 2 kiwi fruit daily, approximately 250 milligrams, of dietary vitamin C for 8 weeks. The results were measurable and direct. Skin thickness improved, meaning collagen density increased. Epidermal renewal rate improved, meaning new collagen was being produced and laid down. Not from a cream, from 2 pieces of fruit eaten consistently. Why kiwi specifically and not orange juice or a vitamin C tablet? 3 reasons. First, kiwi delivers vitamin C with a very low glycemic index. When blood sugar spikes from juice, from sugar, a process called glycation attaches sugar molecules to collagen fibers and permanently degrades them. You cannot build collagen while glycation is destroying it simultaneously. Kiwi delivers vitamin C without the spike. Second, kiwi contains an enzyme called actinidin that improves protein digestion, specifically the digestion of the building blocks consumed at the same meal. It actively prepares the gut to absorb more of what food 2 is about to deliver. Third, kiwi's vitamin C peaks in your bloodstream approximately 2 to 3 hours after consumption. Eat kiwi at dinner, and that peak aligns precisely with the beginning of your fibroblasts' peak activity window at 11 at night. You are not just eating vitamin C, you are timing the enzyme ignition to fire exactly when the factory shifts into full production. 2 kiwis every evening, at dinner or as dessert. Green or gold kiwi both work. Gold kiwi contains slightly more vitamin C. Eat the skin if possible. It contains 3 times more fiber and additional antioxidants that protect the collagen you are building from ultraviolet degradation. One note, kiwi contains vitamin K, which can modestly affect warfarin sensitivity. If you are on blood thinners, maintain a consistent kiwi intake rather than starting suddenly in large amounts. Check with your doctor. The ignition is lit. Now the factory needs its material. Food 2. Bone broth, the raw material. Inside the fibroblast, once the enzymes are active, the cell begins assembling procollagen chains from individual amino acids. The most critical of these amino acids are proline, glycine, and hydroxyproline. Proline and glycine are found in many proteins, but hydroxyproline is different. Hydroxyproline is found almost exclusively in collagen. In nature, it exists in significant quantities in only one place: the connective tissue bones, cartilage, tendons, and skin of animals. When you consume hydroxyproline, something specific and remarkable happens. Your digestive system breaks it into dipeptides and tripeptides, small fragments carrying hydroxyproline, particularly Pro-Hyp and Hyp-Gly. These tiny peptide fragments resist full digestion. They enter your bloodstream intact, and when they reach your skin, your fibroblasts detect them. And here is the mechanism that changes everything. Fibroblasts interpret these hydroxyproline-containing peptides as a signal. The signal says, collagen is being broken down somewhere in this body. Build more. Now, it is not just delivering building blocks. It is delivering a biological alarm that activates collagen synthesis from within. This is the mechanism confirmed in a landmark 2014 randomized controlled trial by Proksch and colleagues in Skin Pharmacology and Physiology, and replicated in a 2019 study by Bulk and colleagues in Nutrients. Both studies showed regular consumption of collagen peptides, even 2.5 grams per day, produces statistically significant improvements in skin elasticity, wrinkle depth, and skin hydration in women aged 35 to 65. Bone broth delivers these exact peptides. In a food, 1 cup of quality bone broth provides approximately 6 to 10 grams of collagen peptides, including the Pro-Hyp and Hyp-Gly fragments, plus glycine approximately 6 to 8 grams per cup. Glycine matters for a second reason. Glycine activates specific receptors in the brainstem that promote deeper sleep. A 2012 study in the Journal of Pharmacological Sciences found that glycine supplementation before bed measurably improved sleep quality and reduced daytime fatigue. Deeper sleep means more time in slow-wave sleep. More slow-wave sleep means more human growth hormone release. And human growth hormone is the master trigger for fibroblast collagen production. So bone broth, consumed in the evening, does 2 things simultaneously. It delivers the raw material and the signaling alarm to your fibroblasts. And it improves the depth of the sleep state that powers those same fibroblasts overnight. How to use bone broth. 1 cup warm in the evening, with dinner or as a warm pre-bed drink instead of tea. For maximum collagen content, choose broth that gels when cold. If it sets into a jelly in the refrigerator, it is rich in collagen and gelatin. Broth that stays liquid when cold contains very little. Fish bone broth specifically delivers type 1 collagen, the identical type found in human skin. Chicken bone broth delivers type 2, joint-focused, but also type I. Beef bone broth is the richest overall in collagen density. Homemade is best. Simmer bones for 12 to 24 hours. With a splash of apple cider vinegar. The acid pH extracts significantly more collagen from the bone matrix than a short simmer. One practical caution: commercial bone broths can be very high in sodium. If you are on blood pressure medication or a low-sodium diet, Choose a low-sodium certified option and monitor your intake. The enzymes are lit. The raw material is flowing. Now the factory needs the final piece, the one most people have never heard of. Food 3. Pumpkin seeds, the molecular lock. Here is something that surprises most people, including many doctors. Building collagen fibers is only half the biological task. An individual collagen fiber is like a single thread. You can make 10,000 threads. But without something to weave them together, to cross-link them into a rope, those threads remain weak, disorganized, and structurally useless. They form, they break. Your skin sags anyway. The enzyme responsible for cross-linking collagen fibers into functional ropes is called Lysyl oxidase, or LOX. LOX takes two collagen fibers and catalyzes the formation of covalent bonds between them. Bonds so strong that even your immune system cannot break them easily. This is what gives young skin its elasticity, its ability to stretch and return, its resistance to wrinkles. After 65, Lysyl oxidase activity declines significantly. Not because the gene shuts off, because the enzyme runs out of its required cofactor. That cofactor is copper. Copper is what sits at the active site of Lysyl oxidase and drives the reaction. Without copper, the enzyme forms correctly but cannot catalyze the crosslink. The collagen fibers remain as loose threads. Simultaneously, zinc controls a family of proteins called zinc finger transcription factors. These proteins bind directly to your DNA and switch on the genes that instruct your fibroblasts to produce more collagen in the first place. Without zinc, the collagen gene stays quiet. Your fibroblast simply does not receive the instruction to build more. Here is a critical warning because this is where many seniors go wrong. If you take zinc supplements without an adequate copper source, the excess zinc actively blocks copper absorption in your intestine. You raise your zinc and inadvertently disable your Lysyl oxidase. You try to help your skin and instead disable the cross-linking enzyme. This is why food sources matter more than supplements for this mineral pair. Pumpkin seeds deliver both in the correct dietary ratio. Per 100 grams of raw pumpkin seeds. Copper, 1.39 milligrams, 154% of your daily requirement. Zinc, 7.6, 4 milligrams 50, 2% of your daily requirement. In one food. In a biologically balanced form your body knows how to use. They also deliver a third benefit. Pumpkin seeds contain more tryptophan per gram than any other seed. Tryptophan is the amino acid your brain converts to serotonin during the day and to melatonin at night. Melatonin does not just regulate sleep. At higher concentrations, melatonin has been shown to directly stimulate collagen synthesis in skin fibroblasts. Via melatonin receptor 1b, a mechanism published in the Journal of Pineal Research. Eating pumpkin seeds at night equals naturally elevating melatonin during the hour, when your fibroblasts are already working at their hardest. How to use: a quarter cup 35 grams of raw or very lightly roasted pumpkin seeds at dinner or as an evening snack. Raw is strongly preferred. The high heat of dry roasting reduces copper bioavailability by measurably denaturing copper-binding proteins. Combine with your kiwi and bone broth in the same evening meal. This is not just 3 healthy foods eaten on the same day. This is a synchronized delivery of 3 distinct biochemical inputs to a collagen factory that operates on a specific overnight schedule. Let me show you exactly how these 3 work together. Kiwi at dinner. Vitamin C peaks in your blood at 9:10 p.m. Bone broth at dinner or shortly after. Pro-Hyp and Hyp. Peptides reach your fibroblasts. Glycine begins improving your sleep quality. Pumpkin seeds at dinner. Copper and zinc are absorbed over 3-4 hours. Tryptophan begins converting to melatonin as darkness falls. By midnight, your fibroblasts have their enzyme ignition, vitamin C, their building alarm, hydroxyproline peptides, their raw amino acid supply, glycine, proline, their cross-linking enzyme activated, copper LOX, their gene switch turned on zinc, and their melatonin signal reinforcing the synthesis command. This is how the complete collagen production cascade was designed to run. One practical note before you go: the most common mistake I see: people pick one of these foods and think it is enough. It is not. Vitamin C without the peptides equals activated enzymes with no material to process. Peptides without vitamin C equals material that cannot fold into collagen structure. Both without copper equals cross-linking enzyme, sitting idle, collagen fibers that cannot lock. 3 foods. Every evening, consistently, for at least 8 weeks. Because collagen is a slow process. Your fibroblasts produce approximately 1 to 3 micrograms of new collagen per day. You will not see results in 48 hours. But in 60 days, with consistent supply of all 3 inputs every night, the clinical evidence shows measurable improvements in skin elasticity, hydration, and visible wrinkle reduction. Tell me in the comments, which of these 3 are you already eating at night? Kiwi, bone broth, or pumpkin seeds? And if you have never thought about them as a collagen system, let me know how this explanation changed the way you see your evening meal. I read every single comment. If this video gave you a clear picture of something your doctor has not had time to explain, share it with someone you care about, someone who is working on their skin and deserves to understand the mechanism behind what actually works. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Next time, I am going to reveal the one morning habit that accelerates collagen loss faster than aging itself, and that millions of seniors do every day without realizing it. Take good care of yourself tonight. Your collagen factory is about to open for business.